Thank you all so much for joining your fellow New Trier Township residents and so many of your friends here this evening to share in our 163rd year of participatory government, where citizens have a direct voice at our annual town meeting. Townships are the oldest form of government continuing to function today, having begun in colonial America. The Congress of this new land adopted the Northwest Ordinance to sell the land in the new territories, ordering them to be surveyed into a grid system of 6 square mile areas that would in time lead to Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and Illinois. Illinois was admitted into the Union in 1818, and then the 1848 state constitution created townships as we now know them. Tonight, there are over 1,400 annual town meetings being held across the state of Illinois. Tonight, you will listen to our very special guest speaker. And President Brickwinkle, truly, we're all thrilled and delighted that you're here, and we're all rooting for you. You will hear reports from your elected officials, and you will honor our award winners, people who, through their generous gifts of time, expertise, and service to the community, are being awarded special honors tonight. I would now like to introduce you to the elected officials seated at the table. Our supervisor, Patricia Cantor. Our assessor, Joanne Schreier-Gordon. Our collector, Joe Fell. Our trustees, Patty Brennan, Jerry Conweiler, Alan Goldberg, and Stefan Moser. In the audience, you will find dedicated township staff members. Our Director of Administration and Finance, Diane Ty. Our Social Services Administrator works very hard, but she's not here tonight. As is our Director of Communications, Karen Spillers. Our Community Services Administrator, Brian Leverins. Our Community Social Worker, Arthur Sontag. Our Deputy Assessor, Lois Cross. And our Deputy Clerk, Sandy Forrester. We also wish to express our gratitude to members of the New Trier Citizens League and their president, Pete Schellenbach, for volunteering to help in numerous ways this evening and throughout the year. A town meeting calls for direct citizen participation. Tonight, the registered voters of New Trier Township will approve an agenda, elect a moderator, adopt the rules, and vote on the resolution to set the time for the 2003 annual town meeting. Now I will clarify who may vote. When you came in this evening, you signed in at the registration table as either a legally registered township resident known as an elector or other, a friend, a guest, people we like having here but you can't vote. Okay? So please, if there's a controversial question, you have a green piece of paper so we'll know who's a registered voter or not in the township. Serving as electors, it's your duty to vote on those items. The first order of business is the approval of the agenda. The agenda is on page 1 of the blue packet that you received when registered. I would call upon an elector of New Trier Township to offer a motion to accept the agenda as presented in the program. Reminder that when offering or seconding a motion, would you please state your name and the village of your residence loudly?
I'm Chris Moran from the village of Winnetka, and I move that we approve the agenda as presented in the minutes.
Is there a second?
The program, pardon me.
Is there a second?
I second. Peter Tyre from the village of Winnetka.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the agenda. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. Motion is carried. We have adopted the agenda. Following the agenda, we will now elect a moderator. I would again ask an elector of New Trier Township to place in nomination the name of a qualified resident that you would choose to elect as moderator for this evening's meeting. Do I see a resident standing?
I'm Pete Schellenbach of Glencoe. I move to nominate Jim Carlson of Wilmette to be elected the moderator of tonight's annual town meeting.
Is there a second?
Housen Martin from Wilmette, and I second the nomination of Jim Carlson.
Mr. Jim Carlson,
Yes.
do you agree to serve as moderator for the duration of this annual town meeting?
Yes, I do.
Are there any additional nominees? Nominations are now closed. May I call for a voice vote? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. Coach Jim Carlson will serve as our moderator. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully and impartially
I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of the moderator at this town meeting.
discharge the duties of moderator at this town meeting.
Congratulations.
Why, thank you.
So it's my privilege now to turn the meeting over to the moderator. He's going to sign the oath.
Statutorily required. Thank you, Jerome. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
The next item on the agenda is to adopt the rules and procedures. They are on the second page of the blue handout that you received when you registered. We hope that all of you did register. And again, as has been done, please state your name and your village if you are asking a question or making a statement. I now call upon an elector of New Trier Township to move to adopt the rules and procedures as presented.
I'm Margaret Cornock of Winnetka, and I move to accept the rules and procedures of the annual town meeting as presented.
Very good. Is there a second?
My name is Richard Schramm of Village of Wilmette, and I move to accept or second the motion.
All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed votes? Good. The motion is carried, and we have adopted the rules and procedures as presented. At this time, I'm going to ask that Supervisor Patricia Cantor give a full and proper introduction to the Honorable Terry Kreckwinkle as our special speaker.